Welcome to the Rusted Garden Homestead. I'm actually shooting a video simultaneously, back and forth, on setting up this space for cucumber, squash, zucchini for mid-season warm summer crops, warm season crops. But I am going to move these. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to strip the leaves down, cut the stalks back, pull the roots out. They're going to soak in some water in a wheelbarrow right now while I figure out where I'm going to put them. But I'm basically going to move these plants. They're very hardy, and I'm going to just put them into a different part of my garden in a shadier area, keep them watered, and come later August, September, they will have brought leaves back. They'll be tender, sweet, you know, everything that I like in my collards and kales. I have plenty of kale in another place in the garden that I'll keep going through September, but I'm just sick. You'll see that white moth, white butterfly flying around here, just causing trouble, and I'm just tired of spraying. But I want to use this space for something different. You can move your kales and your collards to different parts of the garden following this sort of practice. So this is pretty much how you're going to strip the leaves down. You can see all the stalks, and you're basically only doing this if you're having a problem with pests and disease. I don't particularly love the flavor of the kales and collards. You can see all the white egg sacs right there of the flavor of those plants when it's hot out, and it's going to be 100 all week next week. So I'm not really going to miss this. But I know, because I've done this so many times in the past, that these stalks will regrow leaves coming out the sides. You don't want to cut them down low. If you did, you'd still get growth. But I recommend putting them into a new place, something, you know, set up something like this. You can see that the growing tip is right there, and it'll keep sending up new leaves. There is a armyworm or looper right in there. You can strip that down and leave it. You know, probably this is where I would use the chemical dust. Just dust it, make sure everything's dead. Spray this with neem oil or BT or something like that. Just make sure no eggs are on here, nothing's going to hatch on it while these are in the new area. Maybe cover them with some agricultural fabric. So you can break the tips off. I'm going to leave a couple, so here's a couple that I'll leave. Here's one that I broke off, and you basically can just snap the top. Here's a large one, just so you have a sense of how they grow. But they're going to send out leaves all along here. Kale does this better than collards. Here's an example. This is a plant that I was harvesting a lot, so it's just sending out leaves along the side. So we're just going to strip them down, remove some of the tops like I did here. Leave some of the tops if you want, and then the next step is to really get a shovel in here and loosen the soil, so when we pull out the root system, we're getting as much as the root as we can. Then I'll be setting this up for the squash, zucchini, and cucumber seeds. If you want to follow me, that video will be coming out probably today too. Alright, so let me take care of these. Oh, and I'm throwing them into a bucket or a wheelbarrow full of water just so the leaves soak it in. So the roots soak it in. And I'm not going to move these till later today. You don't want them sitting out and letting the root systems dry out. So put them in a bucket of water or something until you're ready to get them into the ground. So again, it's July 18th, middle of July. The white butterfly, all the cabbage worms, loopers, caterpillars, all really come out over the next 4 weeks. Even with spraying, they still damage my plants. These plants will produce, really in my zone, Maryland Zone 7, into September, October, November. They can take a frost. So it's really worth doing this. Real simple. Get a spade, nice and deep, and then just give it a nice pull. You want to loosen it up. We're going to bang all that dirt off, keep as much as the root you can, and then we'll transplant. I cleared out the area. You know, get as much as the root as you can. These are really hardy. They're going to be okay. And I left some of the plants in the ground because they're just too close to the sunflower seeds. But now I have more space for my squash, zucchini, cukes that I'm going to be planting by seed. I'm going to let them soak in here for a while. Just take a look at the root systems that I'm trying to leave on, and just let them soak in there. Some of the plants I'm going to cut down by half. Some of them I'm going to leave the tips. You can do different things. And these are going to get planted really closely together, and they should be fine come maybe later August. I'll get some leaves, but definitely September and October I'll have all kinds of great leaves for my greens. So I'm going to put these different collards and kales throughout the garden. I'm going to put 6 right in here, more closely than I normally would grow them if I was just starting them from transplants. I just want tiny sweet leaves through August, September, October. Dig a trench. This is my shredded hardwood bed. It'd be the same process if this was mostly soil, but you can see that I just dug a trench, drop them in. We're going to plant up maybe an inch or so above the root ball, and just pull the soil back, prop it up, and that's all you really do. So let me get in the other 3 plants and I'll show you what this looks like when I'm done. So this is pretty much the setup. You want to get them into the ground pretty quickly, even if they're sitting in water. The root systems are sitting in water like they were in the video. The tops of some of these stalks will rot. They may rot in the center somewhere. Just cut them away when that happens. As long as the root's established, you have some stalk, you're going to get your leafy green. So I have the 6 kale in there, dropped in 3 collards right in there, and then I put some right over there. So that's 12 plants I decided to move all together. So today, water them in with a organic fertilizer with nitrogen. This is fish emulsion. Just really soak it in. Now it's going to be 100 degrees here this week. So you want to water these every couple of days. You want the root systems to stay moist, because even though we dug out a lot of the root, we left so much behind. We take the leaves off so the roots don't have to support the leaves, but they still have to support the rest of the plant. And with this high heat, this area is going to dry out really quickly. This is 2 gallons of fish emulsion, and you can see that I'm really soaking it in, and I'll probably come back, soak the area in with a hose, but just keep it watered. Hope this gives you some idea of what you can do with your kale and collards. They're really, really hardy. Give it a try. You'll be surprised at how many survive and how great the leafy greens taste come the fall. Thanks for watching, and please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com.